The Elder Scrolls 6, Bethesda's next game in the pipeline.
We're also building toward the game after that. And it's the one you keep asking about.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
It has been many years since we've seen anything or heard anything about the Elder Scrolls 6. We know Starfield right now is getting an update, but today, Kinda Funny Games has interviewed Todd Howard. We got some tidbits and some neat things related to the Elder Scrolls 6. And honestly, it's certain things that we predicted and certain things that are brand new. The first trailer for The Elder Scrolls 6 was released in 2017 during not E3 time, around the end of the year. We saw a CG trailer of a certain area called High Rock or Hammerfell in the distance. So far, we do not have confirmation that this is Hammerfell or High Rock, but based on this, it seems like it's gonna be Hammerfell High Rock. But during this interview with Kinda Funny Games, what we predicted is in fact true. Todd Howard has said Bethesda is going back to the roots, to a classic Bethesda game, aka Oblivion and aka Skyrim. People, this is a very good idea. Things in Starfield was more streamlined, but certain things were a bit broken mechanic wise. But Skyrim was the peak of the Elder Scrolls. No game will ever beat that peak again. Oblivion, the star of the Xbox 360, the gameplay mechanics was broken at times. However, that feel of the Elder Scrolls was there. It wasn't a Morrowind, it wasn't a Daggerfall, it wasn't an Arena. It was a new style of RPG that has come out with the Xbox 360. But this leaves a lot of options they can really go back to for the Elder Scrolls. They can go back to a class-based system. They can go back to mixed magic system with hands, with Skyrim. You can go back to old gameplay styles from Morrowind in Stiff. You can go back to mini armor pieces like you used to do. But we know Bethesda Games really wants to have their games more streamlined. But to be more streamlined, you gotta look in your past. But I've said many times that Starfield was going to be a testing ground for the Elder Scrolls 6 with shipbuilding, base building, and of course, they finally figured out ladders for the Creation Engine 2. However, during an interview from Lex Friedman back in the day, Todd Howard did say what we want to do for the Elder Scrolls 6, we cannot do with the Creation Engine 2. So they've been hard at work developing a better version of their engine, the Creation Engine 3. Dealing with technology from AI, dealing with technology for world generation and mechanics. We know this is basis optimism for the Elder Scrolls 6 based on what Todd Howard says, but I am quite confident they will do something great in the future. But in reality, we know this game is a long way off. I do say 2027 to 2028 when we finally see some gameplay or reveal for this game. Maybe at the latest 2029 for the release, or is it going to be a launch game for the next console? I do feel like that's what they're really going to do. And all right, y'all, I'm out. With Red Guards, it's going to be in Hammerfell, which is what I really want. Because just think, people, 2017 is a long time and we haven't seen any inkling of this. They probably just started development officially, but we may do a breakdown of the full interview or full talk from Kinda Funny Games. So far, this is a step in the right direction, and I can't wait to see what they do for the Elder Scrolls 6. Stay tuned for some more information later on, and maybe I should get back into my actual Elder Scrolls 6 series